Welcome everyone. Today I am unboxing the Ender-5 Max from Creality, which is considered a high-speed printer, Core XY. So let's start. And also let's see what comes with inside the package, as well as how quick the installation would be for this printer, as this is not out of the box unbox and print, but rather we have to put some parts together, screw some parts, and then should be then ready for printing. Okay, so I have this, as you can see, foam, protection foam. So here we have the installation manual. We have a small bit of filament. I'm not sure if this is hyper PLA or normal PLA, since with this one we're gonna use, well, this uses hyper PLA for like high-speed prints. Let's see here. This part. Let's put them on the side. Alright, so looks like, so this is the cable, I think. Has like some screws, I believe, a USB. I think this is the screen. I think this is for the spool holder. This is the wire cutter, the clamp. Classic Creality style. So it looks like the packaging, as always, Creality is like it's really well packed. So it's gonna ship overseas. It looks like this is the XY frame. Be careful here. So it's a bit heavy. Okay, and as you can see, this is the print head. I have to be here careful with it. Gonna put this on the side. It's a bit heavy. This is the part. There's the print head as well with it. Okay. Now I have another layer of foam. A lot of foam there. What it looks like. Okay, let's see. I have this piece as well. We have as well this one. All of those that constitute the frame of the printer. Looks like this is the bed, the printing bed. It's really heavy, like maybe 5 kilograms. So this is the printer bed. It's heavy, really heavy. I'm gonna put this on the side as well. Let's see what are we left with. There's another layer of packaging. Okay, and then there. Looks like this is one of the okay. So I think these are one of the Z-axis rods. Put them on the side as well. This is another one. Okay. And I think, oh, still there's another layer of foam, and then looks like this is the base of it, the very bottom of it, with the brain of the printer. So, I believe this is where the motherboard is inside, and this will get turned on and off, and the power plug, etc. Power input, and a few cables that are zipped in. Okay, let me put this on the side as well and see how much space we have left. Okay, let's double check if there's anything left inside of the box. Okay, that's it. So now the box doesn't have any more things inside of it. I'm gonna just bring back all of those layers of foam protection to save space. If those fit as they are. Okay. Okay. Done. Okay, so this is now unpacked. I'm gonna now have to put now this on the side. Alright, now let's check out the installation guide and then see how we start with installing the parts together. Let's see here. Service card. Okay. So let's turn to, looks like it starts with English, maybe other, yeah, different like languages, as you can see. There's all of these languages: English, Spanish, German, French. I'm not sure what is this. Portuguese, Brazilian, Italian. Not sure what TR is. Japanese, Korean, Chinese. Let me know in the comments maybe what do you think these are, the PYC and then TR. Maybe Turkish. Maybe Turkish. Yeah. I think maybe Turkish. Yeah, exactly. I think this is Turkish. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning. So I have the parts. So they're just telling us what are the parts. Now this is the assembly procedure, like this. So we start first with the base that has the brain of the printer, and then we start adding these elements like that. So let's start with this. And this is very important to have the orientation correct, you see, like that. So I'm going to start with that. So this is the base. And we have here, as you can see, two elements that don't have connections and two that do have connections. And those are, let's say, the connecting also maybe parts from underneath. And you can see here that those connections should be then connected with the base as well. So number 1 and number 4 have connections. Number 2 and 3, maybe they do, maybe they don't, but let's see. These are actually labeled like that anyway, to make it easier. Number 2, number 1. Okay, let's start with 1. Okay, and align with the numeral label sequence during installation. Are pinched at the bottom. Okay, so this is 1. Okay, but this is not, let's see. We're gonna see how this is number 2. The number 2 doesn't have any connection, any wires inside. Number 3 is specially wrapped, not sure why. Looks like the camera was slightly bent, so I just did it again. So I'm now unwrapping the number 3. And also matching it up there, so this comes here with the label. Like that. So where are the... Okay, and you can see here, like when we add each, there are, let's say, 2 screws to each one. Here. Alright, so let's find these screws inside of this bag. So here the USB, we have only one nozzle. We have these. I have 2 Teflon tube TPU use. We have this big bag of screws. I think those are the ones to be used for the legs. Those ones. A needle, a long one. Those zip ties. And this metal grease. Okay. First of all, I think I'm gonna need these screws. So those are for the top component installation. So different ones labeled with different labels. This is the material rack assembly installation. Lots of screws. Okay, so profile installation, base component, and the access profile installation. And this one, here also have applications, the access component installation, hotbed component installation. So let's see, what does the guide say here. So with the M518 screws, 8 of them. M518, which is supposed to be those ones. So those are the M518. We have 8 of them, yes. And for that, we're going to use this X key. So not this one. This one. Okay. So for each 2, I'm gonna remove this, put them on the side, and this one, let's start one by one. This here. let's do number 2. This one. So see, this is the label and the label. Let's do number 4 and 3. Be careful with these when you rotate it. This one, as you can see, this should be coming to this side. And the last one here, number 3. Okay, so those are now ready. Now I have to add these foot pads. Align the foot with the screw holes on the base component fully secure and tighten all four corners with 4 M4 12 screws. So foot pad plus screw for each. M4 12. So those are the ones. And those are the foot pads. Let's try with this corner. Okay, so then we have this and that. Okay. Foot pads are done. So 3.3 now the component installation, which is this one, the top component installation. We're gonna need, so take the top component, place it on top of the profile, secure it and tighten all four corners with M5 65 screws and M5 spring washer screws. So and you can see at number 1 and 2 there are 2 screws. Okay, let's see, let's plug it. So this, if this is the, like that, then it's gonna be, this is the front side. Okay. it's a bit heavy, so okay. So you have 2 screws and you have only one. So it's M. So you're gonna be M65. With the washer, of course. Don't forget the washers. So here, just let's say put them in place, but not yet tightening them all. Just screw them in as much as possible before getting them tight. Tight here. Okay, so let's tighten them here, there. Okay, and then these ones now, tighten them. Okay, so all screws now are tight. Next, it's 3.4, the axis component installation. So this one, remove the 2 screws from the top ends of the Z-axis component, and B, then place the Z-axis component inside the equipment frame profiles. And this is going to be also, so from the other side, you can see this is the side on the printer. And this is going to be like this. And they mean by that the removal of these caps. Let's see if we can remove them easily. Maybe with this. Okay. I think those were just to protect the vertical rods. Okay, so we have 2. So this is the first one, and so we have to put them like that. We also need to remove the screws. Before assembly, ensure that the Z-axis platform connector is at the bottom of the Z-axis. Don't pull the Z-axis belt during assembly. Okay, so these are important, tricky steps. So the installation method for left and right axis components is the same. Okay, so no difference. Now, remove the screws. So if this, so it looks like, yeah, so those screws. So they mean that we need now to remove this screw and this screw. So A, remove, B, let's see. Well, first of all, let's rotate this to our side. Hope that I'm not doing something wrong. So I think to remove the screws, okay, let's do that. Nothing here to remove or to prepare. Okay. I mean, usually it's gonna be screw things together, right? Connect things together. Now we have to remove the screws. I hope I understood that correctly. And then secure downwards. Don't pull the axis. not sure if that's correct what I did. Are those the screws that we supposed to remove or not? I mean, maybe here. Well, there were no screws here if I look at this. Let's see, what do they say afterwards? So then there are screws gonna come again here. M5 12 screws at, okay. But those screws, I'll bring them back in. I'm not sure, maybe those are not what they meant. Because in the image here, I don't see any screws actually there. Anyway, so this is now in place. So use two M522 screws. Here, this step. Tighten the and tighten the bottom of the Z-axis component to the base component. M522. So these are the M522 screws. So not tighten it yet. So let's tighten then this one and then this one. So I'm trying to see, so both sides. Okay. Now let's rotate it. Maybe let's just do also this step here of M512 button head screw. Loosen the grub screws after the bottom. So loosen the grub screws at both ends of the top, which are loosen them. Okay. Okay, then look here. I see. I'll loosen this one. Okay, so this is the tricky part. So unscrew these a little bit. So again, loosen the grub screws. M512. And those are the M512. So we're going to do this step off from the bottom upward, add those M512 screws. So let's then retighten the bottom ones first again, because we loosened them, to unscrew the scrub screws. And then let's this one. So I'm not sure if this is, well, supposedly it's sturdy. Let's go to the other side. Okay. I'm not sure if, well, here it doesn't say to, I'm not sure if they meant, yeah, remove it. Well, because here, like, there are no screws. They say remove the screws, but there are no screws here. I thought maybe these ones, but those are the grub screws. But here, there's no screw. And you can see in this image, it says remove the screws, but there are no screws there anyway. I'm not sure what do they mean by remove the screws. And also, I'm not sure if we have to remove those components or not. I thought they were, I mean, I thought for the first one that those are protective, but I see that maybe if we keep them, then it might not be, let's say, as, you know, loud maybe. I'm not sure actually about this. What do you think, guys? I'm gonna continue with the installation, but maybe let me know in the comments below if you think what I'm doing is correct or not, if someone already did it or not. For me, those look like bushings that are only protective for the packaging and the shipping, but not really for the function. I'm going to remove them for now, but let me know if this is good or not. I'll just remove them, put them on the side. So here, those ones first to kind of keep it not wobbly. Look, I'm gonna actually bring these back in. I think maybe those could be good, let's say, to prevent this, like the rods from, let's say, hitting the plastic. I'm gonna bring the other ones too. I also have now to loosen those grub screws. And I'm not sure like how far should we loosen them? Like loosen them a little bit, too much, remove them, or keep them but loosen. I'm not really sure. When do they mean? What do you mean by this? Like loosen the grub screws, right? I mean, also let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? Like, can they be removed or not, or kept but like half in? That's a bit confusing to me. let's put those ones. Before going further, let's tighten these ones. Okay, and next. Let's see. Right, so I think I got what they mean by the grub screws here in this diagram, which are here. You can see them here. Those ones. So those are the grub screws to be untightened before attaching the top screws. So before attaching, let's see, those ones here in this diagram, we have to unscrew to loosen those ones. So that was a small explanation, just like found out after double checking a few parts. All right, now we reach the 3.5 step hotbed component installation. Connect the Z-axis motor wires to the Z-axis motor, left and right. So let's do that now. So here we have the first one here. I'm going to show you. Okay, so we have this one. This is the first, so it's called here. Well, this is Z2. Like that. And this is Z1, I think. Yes. And this is, so now Z1 and Z2 are now connected. Then we now have to unscrew the 4 hotbed power cover screws from the base assembly and remove the hotbed power cover, like that. Okay, so let's do that. And so this is the cover removed. Let's see what do they say next. So now we have to place the heat bed cover, so the heat bed assembly at the back of the machine. Connect the bed leveling wire, and B, insert the heat bed connector into the base connector. Let's see what do we have next here. Okay, so let's do that first. So let's first bring the heat bed at the back. So on the other side. So I may have to rotate this one a bit. Let's do that. So let's rotate it. I tell you, it's a really heavy machine so far, without even the heat bed. And the heat bed itself is really heavy. So A, connect the bed leveling wire, and actually you see that the orientation is like this, not like what I'm doing here. So I need to rotate it so that now I can understand that this Creality logo is to the front of the machine. This is here the front of the machine. So exactly as you can see here in the image. And now we can do this connection like this, as we can see. Okay. This is not long enough. Maybe I'll just do this. Hopefully it doesn't damage anything. Yes, it's still not long enough. And then I have to connect on the second step. Insert the heated bed connector into the base connector, like this. and also like did this, slotted into the U groove. So it has the heat bed power cover using the previous removed screws again. I have to then add these again. Okay. And then I have now to bring the bed, place the heater bed assembly above the X connection platform assembly, align the screw holes, and then secure it with 8 M512 socket cap screws. M512. All right, so let's now screw the base. Maybe just quickly with the finger before tightening them. Okay, and then once this is done, M5 12 socket cap screws, we have to go to the 3.6 step thread, so the screen installation basically. Okay, so let's rotate it first. So it's really heavy now that all of the parts are installed. Well, still the screen, but the screen is not heavy. Okay, so this is the front side of the printer. All right, so see a lot of movement during the print. So as I said, it's really heavy, and you may need to have help from another person if, let's say, you can't really lift like weights. I mean, not really lifting weights, but this is like maybe 20 or I'm not sure exactly how many kilos it is or pounds, but it's really heavy. I mean, this one alone is like maybe 5 kilograms. I'm not sure in pounds how much is that, but anyway. So so we have now this cable. So A1A thread the screen cable upwards between the bottom of the profiles until it exits at the screen interface of the top component. So let's do that. It looks like this is the screen. Okay, let's then cut this zip tie here. So to go like this. Okay. Ready to go. And B, align the screen bracket with the screw holes and secure it using the 3M4x6 screws. So then after having done that, then this is the second step. This one, and looks like this needs to put this orientation M4x6 screws. And then we have to bring the screen, connect the screen to the flexible flat cable of screen, then snap the clips on the back of the screen into the slots on the screen bracket. And this is a warning: incorrect insertion may result in damage to the screen interfaces. Really important. So let's do this slowly. So this is the screen, and so this is the place where it's going to be connected with the cable, and looks like it's going to be to the top. So we can connect the cable, and then okay, I think that's it. So tip: don't power up the machine while the touch screen is connected or disconnected from the connection cable. Gently pull the flexible flat cable off base screen, being cautious to avoid breaking it. Okay, now for the material rack assembly installation. So we need for that the M5 by 30 screws. So let's see. Okay. And it should be in this orientation. I have to unscrew this. And next, 3.8, universal support seat installation. So align the universal support seat with the holes on the top component and tighten it using a number 10 wrench. Let's see, where is this universal support? Okay, I actually can't find any. Not sure if Okay, that's weird. I'm not able to find the universal support. So we still have those left. This one, but those are screws, like not support. It looks something like this, but I don't have it. I can't find it for some reason. Not sure if it fell from the packaging or not. Okay, this is the filament, and this. Here we have, I mean, is this maybe this? No, not this one. Right, so I searched 3-4 times about this, but it seems that it was not part of the package. It was not part of what has been delivered inside of the package. I assume it should have been inside of this bag, but it's not. And let's go forward. Let's see if we can just continue without it. And maybe like this could be like maybe produced, 3D printed maybe. Let's see. Anyway, when we are going to also contact Creality to let them know about this and ask them about the replacement, or I mean, can send me like the part that is missing. Okay, so let's skip then this step here and let's go to the, so I have to now to connect the extruder. So screw the extruder bus and the main board of the main board on the of the extruder using 3 M3 by 6 screws. This is here the insertion of the extruder bus connector to the main board of the extruder. Align it with the clip on the top and the main board of the main board and screw it downwards. So let's see. So actually I will have to rotate this once again to really see what I'm doing. And bring this here. Okay, so I can now see this, what they mean by the main board. And let's do it like this. Okay. And so here it's said M3 by 6. Those are the ones, I believe. So those are the M3 by 6. And as you can see, this is where the universal support should have been placed, like right here. So it supports the cable from dangling like that, right? and also the so then insertion of the Teflon tube into the connector on the top of the extruder component. We need to, okay, so let's see, does it need to go down? No? Just like that? Is that enough? I'm not sure. They don't say anything about, let's say, unclapping things, or I'm not really sure. Maybe. Okay. All right. Now, next. So I have to connect filament detection cable, then connect the Y-axis motor cable. So this is from the other side. Okay, let's read it again. It's really heavy. I mean, if you have, let's say, like a central table that you work on, maybe that's better than doing that, because it's really heavy. Okay, so this is the filament detection cable. So first of all, no, that's not this one. A filament detection cable. Let's see where this one is. I mean, it looks like this. And this is this one. I also can't find that, or is it the D? Is that what they mean? Because it says here, it has, let's say, yeah, maybe this one. This is Y. Okay, let's try this. This is the D, looks like. Yeah, it works. So this one works. And this one works. So we'll be homing. Ah, it's right here. Okay. Okay. Let's now see. And after this step is done, the profile seal. Yes, let's do that with the zip tie. Let me skip this and connecting these ones, A and B. Okay. And the X connector from this side. Okay, that's good. And what else? So this is good. This step is good. Let's check this out as well here. This one is missing. Okay. I think all are, and this is the last one here. Okay, so you have to go to the other side and then connect this one, the status indicator cable at the bottom of the profile 1 to the interface, like that. And looks like now we can connect it to the power. Let's do that. So okay, the cable is actually not that long. It's only this long, maybe like 1 meter and a little bit more than 1 meter, or maybe 1 meter. Anyway, let's try to rotate this again to have the front facing us. so this is where the power cable is. Input here like this, and we need to put this in the power socket. Right, I brought close here a power source. I'm gonna plug this in. So this is now plugged in, but not yet turned on. So let's turn it on. Okay, now we have the screen. I'm gonna try to bring the camera closer. Okay, so now we are looking at the screen. Okay, and you can see now this light is orange. English, next. You have to read all of this. Let's for now, as usual, as always, do this. We can skip that for now. Time zone. Let's do this. No problem. Welcome to self-check process. Nozzle heating. Let's see. Actually we should. There's already a nozzle there. Okay. So looks like what we got here is a spare nozzle, but there is already a nozzle there. I can see. Okay, that's good. So nozzle heating. Move the camera a little bit like this. Okay, so this is the very first startup of the printer. Hope that all the cables are well connected and I have not missed anything. So, nozzle heating green tick. No. It says hotbed heating. Okay. Let's try. And then, by the way, this is a magnetic surface. It can be taken off. It's still cold. Tilt, calibration, auto leveling, input shaping. Okay, it's still cold. Okay, now I can feel the warmth of it. It's warmer now, so it's heating up. Yes, it's definitely warmer. I'll bring this back actually like this so that you can see better, as well as the light. All right. We can also, in the meantime, check out what's next. So I have to input the filament. From the side. Okay. Those are the next steps, and then this is a test model. And now this is now a new page with a new language. So looks like you can see there's a little bit of it came down from, I'm not sure if you can see it, maybe you can see it. Oh, what is that? I'm not sure what happened. I have no idea why it did that. This sound. Okay. I'm gonna throw a small filament going out of the nozzle. I'm not sure why it made that rattling sound at the very beginning. I mean, everything's connected correctly as I can see. And it's, I mean, they are rotating normally. So let's see what happens now. So there's the heat bed tilt calibration. Let's see what happens. This is a really critical moment to see if it can calibrate itself correctly. Okay, so I'll show you doing the calibration. This is the nozzle, as you can see. Right there, it's already built. So it's still saying heat bed tilt calibration. So maybe this needs to be somehow better organized. Okay. Let's see. I think there was the rattling sound here because I removed, remember I removed the plastic sockets, but I kept them here. And we have to just bring them back and put them back here. Maybe that's why it made that like loud sound. And here as well. Maybe that's why. Like those kind of vibrated. Yeah, you see it's doing it. Not sure if that's. I'm not sure if that's. Is that normal? That's really loud sound. Is that normal? Is it supposed to behave like this? This is the first time ever I just, unbox it and use it. Anyone who is seeing this and thinks there is something wrong, please let me know. If you think it's totally normal, also please let me know. Now it's going back up. Just guys, let me know, confirm to me, is this normal or not? So it stopped moving. Still saying here heat bed tilt calibration ongoing. Okay, it's saying here now, it's saying that the heat belt tilt calibration is done. Okay, good to know that. Now it's a auto leveling. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, now it's still saying auto leveling, still loading, but I don't know what's going on. Oops, that's really fast. Okay, see, that should not dangle like this. It should have this universal support, which I did not find in the package. Whoops, that's really fast. Auto leveling now. I don't know, it's the light is on. Yeah. Still saying you're auto leveling. Just like at one point, it shouldn't like also go to other points. I mean here, okay, that's the home. Then I have to go like all over the bed, right? I assume. I have to maybe to hold this manually, otherwise, yeah, going out to one corner. last corner, come back to the first corner. Whoops, that was really fast. Whoops, really super fast. It's like jumping, it's like flying. Look at the speed. Okay, watch out for this cable. I'm not sure how many points it's testing, but looks like it's taking some time. It looks like so far that the cables are well connected. I mean, I can just double check visually speaking. Like all of those are well connected. And then, those ones there, this one, and those ones there. So all are connected. But this calibration is, well, I was assuming it would take maybe faster, just let's say do it faster, but looks like it's taking its time, which I'm sure, I mean, it should be normal, maybe as a first step, not as always after, at the beginning of every print, maybe. Let's see. Anyway, this is saying printer self-check. Now we're still at the auto leveling. See that when it like moves, like the whole table like vibrates. looks like on the way. Yeah. I should definitely look into this support, which I did not find in the package. Should definitely look into that and see if I can maybe 3D print one, temporarily speaking, and ask for replacement part from Creality. Let's see. Did this maybe like happen with anyone prior? Like, were some pieces, let's say, missing from the package when you opened your printer, or am I maybe this is like a coincidence and not that, you know, like a usual thing to happen? Okay, looks like we're almost done. Looks like maybe 2 points left. Alright. Hopefully that this is the end of the auto leveling. Okay. Okay, looks like this is done now, and then now it's doing the input shaping, which is just vibrating. It's doing like small vibrations. Maybe in the camera, maybe it's not really visible, but I can see it. It's vibrating to do the input shaping. Can you listen to that noise? Kind of like car taking off. I mean, definitely the frame is vibrating. I can feel that. Like doing like this, you know, like that's how you feel. Like, oh my god, what's that now? That's loud voice. Alright. I hope that all the screws were well tightened. That's something I usually check, but hopefully that they are well tightened. Maybe that input shaping could, if a screw was not well tightened, it could maybe damage it, or let's say make it loosen it or something. Okay, now this is moving again. Never touch the printer while doing the input shaping. really important. Stay away from it. And hopefully that doesn't also take too long, hopefully. Okay, it's definitely taken off now. Sounds like an airplane. Can you hear that? The sound is coming from here. Still taken off, like as if it's like a really like, imagine like a super long highway, like a runway, and the airplane is still like on the ground. It's like still trying to take off. That's how it sounds like now. For a long time now, and it's like that's how it sounds. That's how I can imagine it. Okay, now I have a sound saying self check completed. Congratulations. That's cool. All right, so it looks like now we can start printing, right? I think so. Let's do that. All right, so here I did a test to see the quality that the printer will actually give. This test is an overhang test, as well as including like, small details, text, etc., etc. So you can see this is a sped up video of the printing process, and soon I'm going to show you the results when they are done. All right, so as you can see, the clean text on the print, which I'm really satisfied with, the small details, the other geometric forms as well look nice and clean. At the end of the overhang though, there's like a small kind of like failure where it doesn't really kind of stick to the last layers at 80% or 80 degrees inclination, but otherwise it looks fine. I think in order to solve that overhang thing at 80 degrees, maybe the cooling part fan should be either faster, stronger, or that the airflow should be improved. All right, next we're going to also check the noise level of the printer. And as you can see now, it's not yet printing, it's been heating up, and it's like about 52 decibels now printing. It's around 53, 54, depending on the speeds. 57, 56, it's kind of like going up. So you can see now 54, 56. And of course, if it's moving, let's say longer moves, not moving that, not printing that small geometry, but maybe doing longer moves, maybe that also would make the noise higher, the sound higher. But yes, this is how it sounds like. Now we're gonna also in the next video show you the sound effect after installing the enclosure, if that would also have an effect on decreasing the sound levels. Thank you very much for watching until this moment, or reaching the end of the video. I really hope that you like it and it gave you a good guidance to construct and build this 3D printer and run it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and see you in the next video.